bitch ass in the trunk, take him to the south. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, show him what the fuck we talking about. Striking men like striking lightning. You see what happened in my last fight frame? Well, I been better tighten ends. With my grill up, cause I pop the X all night and fighting. Caught his ass stealing, so I had to tighten. Could be looking like a pump jack, bitch, I am a oil. Could be looking like a pump jack, bitch, could be looking like a pump jack, bitch, I am a oil lord. Damn, how many times I gotta spin the water to learn. Then I ain't no fucking joke with droplet more. Better watch your mouth, cause I got soup, I got diamonds and clothes and coats out inside of my walk. I drop the head of the loud when I talk. I elbow swing you, watch him walk. I smoke his head just like a mortar. Leave him flat just like a thought. I swim with killers like a orca. It don't matter where it is, it don't matter where I'm at, because to me, no man important. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, take him to the south. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, show him what the fuck we talking about. Bitch, I don't even like no lame. Keep my name about your mix, ho. I don't like dollars no more. Bitch, I don't even like no lame. Keep my name about your mix, ho. I don't like dollars no more. All the things, bitch. I don't even like no lame. Keep my name about your mix, ho. I don't like dollars no more.
Yo, what's up, Gaming? How you doing, man? How's life been?
Man, watch my wrist, rap out, pop my shit. I was so tight with them motherfucking bags. Mama thought I had the bricks. Get a bitch off at the job and borrow her whip.
Yo, I think Gorilla Grow went to get his he went to get surgery today, I think. It's either today or tomorrow. Yo, I hope that goes well. Hopefully that's a fast recovery. Yo, I got you. What's up, Teardrop? How you doing? What's up, 420? Hope you guys are having a great night. Chilling, man. Chilling. Hold up. I'm gonna drop it. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I hope he's alright, man. You know, all kinds of people online want to fucking, all drama. Same people, always drama. I don't want drama here. You know what I mean? Not on the regular. It's funny sometimes, but not all the time. People get too obsessed and fucking caught up in it. You see that guy at Channel 2, bro? He just can't leave shit alone. That guy just always the same shit with that guy. Yo, what's up, Pildur? How you doing, man? How's the night going? But Channel 2 right now is at a crossroads because Channel 2 either goes live and says fuck his life and his life gets worse, or Channel 2 will quit YouTube and his life can get better if he tends to everything that's going wrong. But I'm willing to bet, that he's still going to go live and the same shit and his life's always going to suck and he's always going to ask people for help because he's a single father. None of that shit's ever going to fucking change, man. When you're like 50, dude, like you have habits your whole life, you're not gonna change who you are. You know what I'm saying? 50 years old, you're not gonna change. If you've been a bum your whole life until you're 50, bro, you're not gonna change when nothing's gonna change you. Look, smart people, they're gonna adapt with the environment. You know what I mean? Like that's like if, I have bass here and I'm like, all right, well, I go down to Arizona. They don't have bass, so what am I going to do? You have to adapt. You have to go and catch fucking whatever they catch down there. I'm just using it as an example. You adapt with the time. You can't be from the 70s and conduct yourself like you're from the 70s in 2025. Or, I mean, you like, look at them. Look at Channel 2 right now. The guy doesn't have anywhere to live. He begged somebody to stay on their couch. The guy is literally having sex with a woman that has sex with her baby daddy every night, bro, he's literally tapping the same thing. He got two guys fucking his girlfriend, and the guy's 50 years old. How do you explain that to your kids? How do you say, hey, kids, I don't have anywhere for you to live, but I'm going to go and stay with my girlfriend that's having sex with her baby daddy every night? How do you explain that to your family? At 50 years old, how do you explain that as a man to your daughters that you treat women horribly and you're dating a girl that's still fucking her ex-boyfriend every night and he knows about it, but she lets him sleep on the couch, so he's okay with it? Bro, that's fucking weird shit, bro. And that's the kind of life you get when you treat everybody so badly, no one wants you around. You know what I mean? And that's fucking that's fucking, bro, that's nasty.
I'm in this bitch with a baby.
That's fucking disgusting, bro. Yeah, I mean, he's like sticking it, bro. I don't even want to, bro. He's sitting there eating out cream pies from the ex baby daddy, bro. That's fucking nasty. He said he knew all about it too. He knew that they had sex on Valentine's Day, and he bought her flowers and chocolate, and she didn't come home, and he found out that she was out on a date with him and that they had sex, and the baby daddy told him, and then he's still going out with her. He decided to still go out with her. He's still trying to tap that while she's tapping it with the fucking baby daddy. All right, I see you all right, I see you. It came up. All right, I'm adding you.
Oh, dude. So what? What? He ate the other dude's cream pie out of her ass? Like, what happened?
Yeah, not out of that, bro. He was. Hey, what happened, right? Because we all watch. Like, I don't know. I don't. Maybe not you, but we have a group of people. And one night he was like, "Oh, I got her flower." Well, they got into an argument, and he started like telling the tea. He was saying everything. He said on Valentine's Day he went out. He spent $85 on flowers, chocolate, blunt wraps. Brought it to her house, called her, and she picked up the phone and she was like, "Oh, well, I'm out at my sister's and I'm dropping the kids off, then I'm going out of town." And he said, "Oh, all right, my baby." And then he slept in his truck overnight. The next day, she came home with the kids, and they ended up. He gave her the flowers and chocolates and shit. And I guess literally the day after that, the baby daddy came back home and fucking threw it all in the trash and took a picture of it, sent it to him, and then he sent him the screenshots of the baby mom talking about them having sex that night on Valentine's Day, and then they got back together after he found out that they're still fucking each other. And they're still going out, and she's still fucking her baby daddy while having him as a boyfriend on the side. Dude, there are some nights where he's
She's
like,
a
"I'm
slam
not
pig.
allowed in the
She's a
house."
fucking pig. She's a pig.
He's not even
She's a...
allowed in the house half the time, bro. He's like, "Oh, she's in there with the baby daddy. They're telling
Oh
me I
my
can't
god!
come
Oh my
in."
god! He gets kicked out so she can bang the other guy. Oh my
Yep, yeah,
god!
dude, it is. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Like,
What
yo,
a
you've heard of
fucking...
like cuckold stories, but like,
He's
bro,
a
this is
cuck.
like
He's a
next
cuck, right? He's
level.
a fucking
Yeah,
cuck.
this is like they won't even let him watch, bro. They make him
He's a
sit
cuck, though.
outside. Yo,
Fucking cuck. What a
disrespectful
cuck.
as
What
fuck.
a what a cuck.
How you been, man? How's work, man? How's the family and the wife and kids and all? You guys doing
Oh,
good?
everything's good. Yeah. Fucking.
Good to hear,
I have
man.
a day off for once. Fuck. For once in a blue moon.
Yeah,
So.
I got out at a reasonable time today. It ain't for some reason it really wasn't busy. But I mean like and then this guy will come online, right? And it'll be like, "Oh yeah, Budsville fucking called me a crackhead 8 years ago." I'm like, "Bro, you're sitting there sucking on some dude's fucking nut. And you're worried about what I said about you 8 years ago, bro. You really have to get your pride." And he's homeless. His kids are living with his oldest son, not with him. They can't live with him because he doesn't have a place to live.
Yeah.
He's living out of his Chevy Silverado right
He's
now.
kissing the bitch after she's fucking sucked some other dude's meat salami. Fucking.
Yep.
He's gonna smack
Hey,
lips with that.
he'll be on YouTube talking about, "Oh, we're hanging out, we're gonna have sex," and then someone's like, "Yo, where's your family?" He's like, "Oh, my kids are staying with someone else. I can't have them stay with me because I don't have anywhere to live." Bro, how does that? He's so worried about getting laid and talking trash on YouTube. Hey, and this guy,
Banging a dude's girlfriend. He can't even find his own pussy. He's got to bang somebody else's girl,
I
and he's
don't know if
fucking not
you
like.
heard, but he's been making videos about you too. He saw you over here on the stream, and he started making videos with his friend Uncle Dunk. They started making videos and fucking making fake Facebooks about people and sending out requests. They've been stealing pictures off Facebook, bro. They are real weird people.
I'm not even worried about it. I don't
Hey,
even
wait,
care.
hey. Oh, I don't either. But wait until they find out that the person I said that, yo, shout out to, you know what, the dead people. Wait until they find out that guy's a pedophile. They're gonna agree with me. Yo, hey, what they're doing, right? They're grabbing these clips from YouTube like 4 years ago. They're making fake Facebook accounts. And they're like, you know, fucking sending family members these weird ass clips of like 4 years ago. But what I do is I'm like, yo, that guy is a proven pedophile. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, okay, I understand totally. And then they just see that guy as a pedophile the whole time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I
they
mean,
did that with that trichome guy. And then people are like, what's this about? I'm like, bro, he's a pedo. So I said what I said. I got angry because I found out of his record.
what I realized is like, you know, when I start shit with somebody, they're just gonna call the cops on me, so it's not worth it. So I just let it go.
I
Because you
mean,
know what, you remember what happened? I posted pictures of somebody's grandmother's house, and then the cops are knocking on my door. So I don't need time. I don't got time for that shit. You know what I
hey,
mean?
a lot of people on here, they're pretty chill,
Oh,
bro.
I can
There's some
find you. No,
weirdos
no
out
question, I
there.
can find you. But I just don't care enough. You know what I mean?
There's a few weirdos, but I mean, it's no one's fault because everyone let the weirdos in the community. So it's really the community's fault for, you know, letting it ride for so long.
You got some Boston cream pie.
That shit is. Oh, that sounds like that shit that guy was eating. Oh man, yo, right out of his girlfriend's vagina. Fucking was it? It was a Detroit cream
I
pie.
bet you it was a big
Oh,
wad like this too. Fucking slapped it in your teeth.
yo, get out of here. Yo, the Detroit cream pie hits different. He said it's way better than Boston cream pies.
Oh my god, the Detroit. Oh
Nasty,
my
bro.
god.
I've never seen or heard anything. Yo, when someone is like showing off
I've
and they're
never
like,
met anyone that was like, I'm from Detroit. You know what I mean? And be like, oh yeah, that's a good thing.
no, no, hey, you hear Detroit, you're like, yeah, you never want to go around that guy. You
They're
know
like,
what I
yeah,
mean? You
fuck
never
it.
want to link up with that guy. Yeah,
You're like, no, I'm good.
it's
I'm
a
fucking
way of
good.
life over there, bro. It's like Haiti or something over there. Like, it's not regular America.
No, but this is that sticky, icky stuff, you know? You stick to your finger. Oh, fuck, it
Yeah,
lost the rug.
they'll
Come on.
fucking beat your grandmother up for $10. You know what I mean? Fucking crackhead central. Not
Oh, fuck, yeah.
everyone, but you know, a majority of Detroit.
That's why I'm like, that's why I see the crime in New York. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather not play with people running around with machetes. Yeah, I'm good. You know, I'm like, I don't need
Hey,
those problems.
some people want to
Who
go to
wants to
prison
get
for life.
Who wants to get hacked with a fucking machete to death? That sounds awful. Like,
Yeah, that makes getting shot sound like a fucking fun time,
like
huh?
child's play. Like child's play. Like child's
Yep.
play. Getting hacked to fucking death slowly with a fucking big ass machete has to be the most painful way to die. Has to be. When that thing fucking hits the bone and fucking leaves a niche in the fucking bone, and they hit you again with that fucker. Oh my
And
god.
this same guy from Detroit, he just brought it up. This same guy said he went fishing and he found a dead body in Detroit. That's how good Detroit is. Now we're talking about how, you know, you wouldn't want to go to Detroit. Why? Are you just being a hater? Well, the people from Detroit, that guy specifically said he found a dead body yesterday.
Well, dude, I was downtown Boston. I saw a guy collapse and die one day, and I saw the fucking homeless people run his pockets as soon as he fell, dude. Because these, you know, some people are just like that. They don't care. You know what I mean? Some people don't care. They're
Yeah,
so
but you don't
desperate.
need that money in the afterlife. You know what I mean? At least it's a dead person. No, I'm not. I'm just. Yo, you can't take it with you. You know,
Yeah,
like,
no,
oh,
I
a
mean,
bag of weed.
yeah, they're not gonna look for the guy that stole the 20. You know what I mean? They're not looking for that guy. They don't care about him.
At this point, they're just like, oh shit, it's COVID. Throw them in a box. You know what I mean? Fucking everyone that dies, fucking yeah, that's COVID. Throw them in the box.
Dude, it's fucked up, right? They're still trying to get people to take COVID shots, right? I just saw something about a school that was saying they're not going to take people unless they've been vaccinated. It's like, dude, that's so crazy. You're going to force people to get the jab just to come to school?
Yeah,
Like, that seems
they're
criminal.
like,
That seems criminal as fuck to me.
it's not as much of a thing as it used to be. It used to be fucking, oh, you come in
No,
this
but there are
building,
still
you gotta be
certain schools. There are
vaccinated.
still certain schools that will not let you come, and that's
Yeah, I want
crazy.
to.
I wouldn't
I,
go. I'd be like, all
I
right, you
really,
got
yeah,
that.
I don't agree with that. That's pushing the agenda way too much. Like, if you want, me to think that you being gay or whatever, all right, like, but don't tell me that I gotta wear a dress because I gotta support you. You know what I mean? That nowadays, that's what's going on. You didn't go
No,
out and
no.
you didn't get a
In
pronoun right, or you're the enemy.
what is it?
Like, yes, sir. I'm a
California,
man.
and then what is it? Some other place like they're making it so if you misgender somebody, you can be charged. Like,
Dude, you remember Man at Mouth?
yes,
Would you ever have guessed that he was a female at first? Like,
no, I mean,
did you ever in the past like, oh, I think that's not a male?
no, I mean, you know,
I feel
but
like he carried himself presentably. He didn't force it on anybody. If someone's gonna do that, do it like that. Don't be like, oh, gay proud, you have to fly my flag on your house. Like, no, you keep that shit to yourself. And then that line of the line of sand. You know what I mean? Respect both sides. You know,
the ones that really
you.
piss me off. No, no,
I
no,
mean,
no. The flags that really piss me off is when they have the flags that include not only the gay people, not only the trans people, but also the fucking child attracted people's flag. Like, I can't, dude. I want to just rip it out of their fucking yard. But I know you can't do that. I know you can't go up and rip that person's sign out. You're gonna get charged. But
and you
like, you
want to know
shouldn't be
the
able to.
weird thing is that
But you
all
shouldn't
them
be able to fly
flags
that.
come from
And a
Democrats.
lot of the people and a lot of the people are so ignorant they don't even realize that's what it means. They just fly it. They just fly it because they want to be inclusive. They want to be inclusive. They don't even know what inclusive means, but they want to fucking do it because they don't want to be judged.
I
You
never
know what I
had a
mean?
problem with Man at Mouth when Channel 2
No,
argued
man, it's
with
cool.
no, but Channel 2 argued with this guy that we're talking about. He used to be mixed up with D-Nuds and all them. Like about a year ago, he made a video because they kept calling him like a bearded lady. So he made a video and said, oh, Budsville and D-Nuds are both calling him a tranny and hating on him. And I never said a word. Next thing I knew, Man at Mouth was fucking angry at me because Channel 2 like he put me in that shit on purpose.
But Channel
Hey,
2 is the ultimate troll. You already know that.
oh yeah,
Channel 2.
that's why he
And
only gets certain
remember
attention.
before Channel 2? Remember before Channel 2? It was Channel 2 always wins. Remember that one too?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
another,
yeah.
it
He
was
always
another
wins,
troll.
bro. He always wins.
He
And
always wins. Yeah.
now he's sleeping in a fucking Chevy Silverado, sucking out some guy's nut every night, bro. That is insane. Like with a straw. You know what I mean? Like that shit's insane, dude. Karma, dude. Karma. Treat people bad, and that shit comes right back around. And
It's
you don't even
crazy.
know the half of it. Bro, he went to someone's house without them knowing. He brought his RV, put it in their backyard when they were moving out. They just got done moving out. The property got sold. He put an RV in their backyard without anyone knowing, post up all his shit, puts trash all over the ground. And the guy who owned a dog next door, his dog was off the leash. It came over near him, bro. He stabbed the dog twice in the neck. The dog went fucking walking away, and he laughed. And everyone, D-Nuds and all them, bro, they got a kick out of it. They were all laughing about it.
They stabbed a
That's
dog.
the kind of person he is. He stabbed a dog in the neck 2 times and laughed about it.
What the fuck?
That shit's fucking insane. And they even like show up in support or fake like you support that. That's reckless, bro. Stabbing a dog that lives on the property. Hey, he didn't know that the dog lived there until like 2 days later. You
Hold
went
on.
on live stream and
Hold
said
on one
that the
second.
dog was changed up. All right, you're good.
One second.
He when he went back to the property, he saw the dog chained up next door. That's when he found out that the dog actually lived there. So he stabbed a dog that lived literally right next door to where he was squatting. And then he came back. The dog was alive and it was tied up, chained up next door. He was like, "Oh, I guess that dog still lives here and he's still alive because he's still barking." Who does that? I mean, never mind him calling the cops fucking 5 times, stealing that old lady's fucking electric meter, and then he shut her electric off so she didn't have electric for her kids in the house. Who does that shit, bro? Hey, karma don't go away. It just waits till one day, you know, and then it pops its little head out, fucking clap, clap. Next thing you know, you're living in your Silverado. I thought Manic was pretty cool. I had no problem with him. You know what's weird though is that Channel 2 hung out with D-Nuts and everybody that made fun of Manid Mouth. Like, you know, played victim and all that, but then he was over on the panel hanging out with everybody that made fun of him.
Next, you light the fuse and turn the gas crank. Then you throw that shit at least 50 feet away. Propane perfection.
Yo, let me know when you're back, bro.
Simple and effective. If you want to send a message, it ain't terrorism, it's artistic expression. I used to be a stand-up guy till I switched my profession. I was born into war, my father fought in Vietnam. I can teach you how to make a propane pipe bomb. It's the WD Dawn, I run the medium rare mob. I got everyone to fear, the whole town in my palm. I'm making bombs in my basement, I blow up shit for entertainment. Watch this, I'm never a if the government can blow whole cities to the floor, then what can I feel like Ted Kaczynski. You can't convince me that the government ain't doing something fishy. There's a couple pieces of the puzzle missing. The government ain't just fucking you over, they're giving you a whole raw fisting.
Yo, somebody said that D-Nuts was getting kicked out of off Lone Villain's property. But I tell you what, I don't believe it. I don't believe it for 1 minute. That's just what I heard. Someone said that in I think it was Gorilla Growers chat, that D-Nuts has like a week to get off Lone Villain's property.
Yeah, some weed I'm drying. It's not very much, but that's something I grew.
Oh, nice, man. Was it an auto?
It's about a half ounce. It's nothing crazy, but it's about a half ounce on there.
Was it an auto?
No, it's a regular plant. What it was is it was like a couple rounds back. I bred and I used the same dirt, and a couple of the seeds came up, and I just let them grow. And yeah, this is one of them. So these are the Tropicana cookies. No, not the Tropicana cookies. The Freak Duck times Orange Mimosa Punch. These are the offspring. So I have these. This one was normal, and then the other two little ones that are still growing are both freaks. So I'll get a little bit of freak weed too. But yeah, this is a little one I grew. I gotta get that shit finished so I can get some more plants going. Because they're in flower, so I had to just finish them off so I can start some more shit. It's not that much, you know.
You do photo or auto?
I have autos, but I just didn't grow any autos right now.
I know you used to grow shit like near the end. You started growing auto.
Yeah, I mean,
I still
have some of the seeds, but no, I'm gonna do regular feminized seeds the next run. I have some stuff picked out, and I gotta get more seeds. But I was thinking, I'm thinking the next time I get seeds, I'm probably gonna go with going through Seedsman and getting the company I like is Barney's Farm, and the reason for that is right. You know, when I buy something from Barney's Farm, I get what I paid for, and it's not just some random shit. You know, I haven't had too many bad things happen from their seeds. I haven't had Hermes from their seeds.
I've never tried them.
Yeah, they're a pretty good company. And when I bought that Orange Mimosa Punch, it was really frosty. Like I said, it actually smelled like oranges. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, great, a strain that's actually, a name that actually matches the characteristics of the strain. Go figure. You know, because most shit you buy, it has nothing to do with the actual fucking name.
Yeah,
It's like,
most of it really don't.
yeah, it'll be like fucking creamsicle, and it smells like fucking like let's say sour, and you're like, what the fuck? Why is creamsicle sour? You know what I mean? It doesn't even
Yeah,
make sense.
they do that just to make you buy the shit, and then you find out, and
You know
too
what I
late,
find?
they already
You
got
know
your
what I'm
money.
starting to realize? The shit that has the most boring names is the best
Is the
shit.
better shit. Yep.
Is
Hey,
the better shit.
I've tried. I went and I got
You get something
like
like,
some of the. I've got the designer shit, and then I got like the store brand, like the cheaper one. And I
yeah,
swear the cheaper one was way better than the fucking name brand. I
but
forgot the name brand,
but
but
even in the
it
cheaper
was
one, you got
way
to buy
better.
the one that's like, you got to buy the one that's like corn muffin or something. Something that sounds like it's gonna be terrible is gonna be the best shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that the ones that sound like they're like a food item that's not that great. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that are good. Like I got like you wouldn't think a Boston cream pie would like be good fucking weed. You're like, what the fuck is that gonna taste like? But it tastes like it's sour. It's good. I bought the Juicy J. It's really good. What else did I pick up? I guess this Bahama Bust Down doesn't sound like nothing. Pretty good weed. Fucking the Four Kings was pretty good. What else did I get? At Juicy J, and that's tap cut crossed with jealousy. It's a punch breath. This punch breath is good. That's a Boston cream pie. And what other one did I have this time? Oh, La Bamba. La Bamba. Like the movie La Bamba?
Yep. La Bamba.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a shit ton, but I'm saving it for like when my in-laws come. This is the bag I've been saving. Those are all eights. There's 15 in there so far that I've saved up for them
No shit.
for when
Huh?
they come. All different stuff. I'm gonna save some more before they get here. I have like 20 bags for them.
That's badass, man. You always gotta have some weed on VJ.
Oh yeah, and then I'll buy a couple ounces of some good shit. Like the Juicy J is fucking incredible. I love that one. I buy it at High Profile in Roslindale. It's called Juicy J.
Yep.
It's good shit. So it's around you. You could get some. If you ever wanted to get some good shit from the
I think
dispo.
is high profile the brand? Wait, High Supply. Have you heard of High
No,
Supply?
High Profile is the dispensary name.
Oh,
It's
all right. Yeah, I don't think I heard of one yet.
it's a budget dispensary in Roslindale. It's like
Yeah,
it's
I ain't heard of it.
like going towards like Norwood, Dedham, that area, but you driving from like Forest Hills into towards fucking what is it, Roslindale Square, driving towards Roslindale Square. It's right over on the right side coming from Forest Hills, and so yeah, it's right
Bro,
over
we
there.
got a shit ton of dispensaries. They're fucking
You
they're
do, but
becoming like
that's the budget one, dude. You can get ounces for like $100 over there.
yeah. They're all trying to do that around here.
That's
Because
good
they ain't
shit,
gonna
dude.
sell them for 180, bro. Because the people on the street, they're selling them for 150. So they have to go down to beat the people on the street.
Yeah, and that $300 ounce, it's not better. Trust me, don't buy it. The one that I haven't tried that I do want to kind of try just out of curiosity, the Khalifa brand cannabis. I wonder if it's good. It's really expensive though. I haven't bought any of it, but I wonder if it's just normal weed or if it's actually like great weed. Like that's what I'm wondering. But it's like $45 an eighth. It's like I don't want to spend that much.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
Dude, like in this day and age, do you want to spend $45 on an eighth? Fuck no. When you can get one for $15, maybe 10, 11.
If they had a good reason. But I mean, they're probably growing it outdoor right beside the
But
other shit.
But you actually think that Khalifa Kush is the best Kush in the world? Like I don't know, it might be.
No,
But
that's like name brand.
but for $45, like, is it $45 good? Or I'm gonna
Hell no.
$55? Like that's crazy, bro. $255 for a fucking zip.
Yo, don't forget the tats.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be another $20 on top of that.
More than
So it's gonna
that.
be $275.
More than that. That's like 35 or 40 in taxes right there. I
No,
think
the place,
every
the place.
100 is about 18 in tax, or 19 around that.
I paid. Yeah, I think it's like 20 in tax. Yeah.
Because it's like 20%. So if it's 100, they want fucking 20
Well,
right
no,
off
no,
the
I know
bat.
because when they advertise the ounce for 100, and I go in there, it's 120.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, okay,
Fucking,
20
the
bucks right off the
government don't
top.
mind, but they're gonna tax the shit out of you.
Yeah, 20 bucks, which is a fifth of the product.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, no
just
shit.
because they're like, yep, there you go, it's mine. And then
Imagine growing all of it and taking care of it and doing everything, and then fucking someone makes a portion of what you make,
and then
just
you gotta sell
fucking
that
getting
fucking
with it,
pound of weed for $500, dude. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that.
and they're getting a nice cut.
Yeah, they're making you sell it for 500, and they're selling it for fucking 40 bucks an eighth.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
asshole.
extortion, fucking robbery.
You know? Oh yeah, the growers are getting fucked. That's why I just grow because like I like to smoke homegrown. It's good.
Yeah, it is different than store shit.
It's definitely different, and sometimes you get some terpenes that you haven't tasted in the store. You know what I mean?
I actually
How
got
about?
some.
Yeah,
You
go
go,
ahead.
my bad. No, you go.
So like a couple of years ago, I grew this plant, and it literally tasted like fucking orange creamsicle. I've never had one that literally tasted like sweet and citrus like that, but it was really good. I haven't grown one since, but you know, fuck man, you know, I wouldn't have got that from a fucking dispensary bag. You know what I mean? I've gotten citrus stuff, but not that sweet, soft, creamy. You know, almost like a cream saver orange. Haven't had it from the dispo.
A lot of the a lot of the shit that they try selling at the dispo
It's
is
all the
like
same.
fucking older weed. Like if you look at the dates on it, some of the shit is like older, like from last year and shit. It says to smoke within next
Oh
month.
yeah, yeah,
That,
yeah, yeah. You're getting fully cured bud because that shit has been in that fucking same
oh
bag
yeah.
for a year.
To be honest, I really don't mind like older weed because I feel like I don't know, I like the flavor a little bit more of weed that's been sitting around in a jar or a bag rather than or one that's just been sitting in air. You know, like not curing for a long time kinda. Not dry ass, not old, not brand new, but when you like keep a plant in 62% and you really don't even have to cut it down. You can leave it up and smoke off the plant. I like when weed is that good. When it stays sticky and it's just sticky, tastes good, flavor through and through. A lot of the weed I feel like at the dispo is like not cured properly. You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, it might smell good or whatever, but I feel like they don't take the time to let it cure and they just bag it up and they're like, all right, send it on its way. I think that's the difference between homegrown and the shit they grow. You can leave it on your in your closet, box, whatever. I seen people fucking you can hang them in your basement, bathroom, fucking people do it anywhere. But like if you do it for that 14 days versus 5, I feel like that makes a big ass difference. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
like in the weed. When you smoke it, you could taste it.
Yeah, and weed's just not the same. I mean, that it used to be when we were kids. It's just not. You know what I mean?
When I was younger, we had some really good weed and some really fucking shit weed, depending
Right.
on how much money you had.
Well, for sure, for sure. But you remember like the old school blueberry. You don't taste that anymore. You remember the old school sour. You don't get shit that sour anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like
No, people, everything's watered down. Everyone's a breeder. Go watch the YouTube communities, bro. Every other person is breeding plants and passing them out, and then they breed them with theirs, and then, bro, they have like fucking 30 flavors in one plant within 2 years, and then they're
yeah,
like,
these
oh,
are
why
not
is it herming
legendary.
out? I
These
don't
are not
know.
legendary. These are not legendary cuts. These are. I made these in my basement. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I
I mean,
mean,
but every once in a while you get lucky and you get a good one. You know what I mean?
I'm all for like the plant crossing and whatever, but you got to be safe about it. You can't be like, "Yo, homie, I grew these. They're safe. I know it," and you don't know it, and then they get them, and then they herm, go into their plant, and
You've
then
never
fucking they
tested a
pass
single
them
pack.
seeds out. Yeah, I see people do it on you. Well, I used to all the time, man. Back when I was in a little grow boss group, and then even after that, the same group, bro, they just pass seeds around, and then maybe like 4 months later, they're like, "Yo, bro, my shit hermed out," and then a year later, same shit because they just
Yeah,
passed out seeds.
because the only reason you're a breeder is because your plant hermed and you were like, "Hey guys, I got seeds."
Yeah, yeah, and then and then pass them out, give them a really cool name, strawberry banana. They're like, "Yo, that's a colada." They're like, "Yo, that sounds fire, bro. I want a strawberry banana colada." And then their shit herms, and then they pass them seeds out, bro. It's like a wildfire.
Yeah, that's why, like, honestly, like, I'm just like to the point where I'm just gonna buy seeds. Fucking, I mean, I do breed some of my own stuff, but for the most part, like, I'm not trying to really sell seeds right now or anything like that. And even when I did, I don't really have too many complaints. I mean, I had like two people complain and they never confirmed anything with me. They were just like kind of talking shit because Bob was talking shit at the time. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
was like, whatever.
yo, hey,
Yeah.
hey, Bob was a fucking trip, bro. He trolled the
Number
shit
one
out of
troll. Number one
everybody.
troll. Number
Yo,
one troll.
I'm not gonna lie, like that guy when it comes to trolling was way different than what people do, now. Now people are like they post pictures of people's children and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like back then, trolling was like we all kind of know each other. You know what I mean? We don't know each other, but we're used to each other's personalities, so we fuck with each other. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like, but we
that
didn't.
video trolling, that video trolling between me and Big Bob was hilarious, dude. Fucking,
I don't
that shit
remember
was,
which one, but there were a bunch of videos back then.
oh, dude, we did some funny shit, dude.
But I mean, he went over and trolled Gorilla Grower and somebody else back in the day.
Yeah, dude, I made fucking motion pictures when I fucking trolled people. You know what I mean? Pulling fucking videos. You know, I fucking, dude, I
Yo,
used to
he
fucking.
got he like bought. I don't know if you heard this story, but Big Bob was like, "Hey, you want to come work for me in Colorado?" Like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, the Gorilla Grower, and then he was like, "Yeah." So I forgot what it was, but Gorilla Grower like quit his job or whatever, or turned down a job, something like that. Hey, that may not be it, but I forget what it was. And then Bob bought him like a $200 pair of boots, gave him a date. Bro, when that date came up, he was like, "Oh, I fooled you. I don't have a job for you." And then he was just sitting there fucking with a brand new pair of boots while he was like, and then he was angry about it and he was like, "Yo, I'll send you $50 if you do 10 push-ups." I'm like, "Yo, if Bob's buying you boots and sending you money, fuck it, yo, do them push-ups, bro. $50 for 10 push-ups? Shit."
Yeah, he was just like he just wanted to humiliate people. It was great.
Yeah, yo, hey, he tried to do it to me, but I never replied to it. You know what I mean? A lot of
Dude,
people
I couldn't.
they like pay
Dude,
attention and go out of their way.
I made some crazy troll videos with Big Bob. And then I remember I fucking I went and grabbed like registry pictures and like cut out people's faces and put it on the fucking pictures and shit. Fucking dude. I did some crazy shit. Ah.
Shit was a long time ago, man.
Dude, that shit was funny as fuck. Until people started
Yo,
calling the cops, and then I was like, I'm done. Like
good time,
when I have
man.
cops showing up at my house, I'm like, I'm done playing. Like you guys aren't playing fair anymore. You're trying to ruin my life. I'm good.
Yo, that guy Channel 2 called the cops 5 times on some different people, but called the cops 5 times within like 2 weeks. Yo, hey, and he went live on YouTube, said their name, their address, fucking told him that they were beating him up, that he needed police help. The cops get there, they find out that it's a guy flipping out, that, like he tried to take over the lady's backyard. And the lady said, before all the kidnapping shit happened, the lady said that every night the kids were coming in the house crying because he would scream at them and tell them to do stuff, and they didn't want to do it, and he would scream at him even more and tell them to go away. So the lady kicked him off the property and shit, bro. And he had his RV on the property. So he went back while he wasn't supposed to be there. Somehow they get into like a physical altercation. And then he called the cops on her and said that she was trying to beat him up. And then he made a video saying, aha, you can't kick me off your property. And fucking, yo, he's sitting there laughing at her on camera. Like saying, you can't do shit. I just stay on your property. You can't do nothing. The police let him stay there. And then the cops told him that he lives there. So he was like, you can't kick me out. And then the lady's baby daddy got out of jail like 2 days later and then went to kick his ass. And he left the property and never went back.
Yeah. She's a bitch.
Yo, he was bullying the lady and the kid. And then when the baby daddy got out of jail, he knocked on his door and said he was gonna beat his ass. So he calls the cops, right? And the cops are on the phone while he's live streaming, and they say his name, and then they say, "Is he still beating on your door?" Because he called the cops and said the guy was beating on his door, wanted him to come outside so he could beat his ass. So he called the cops on him, called the cops on her, called the cops on the other lady. He called Child Protective Services on that lady. Bro, it was a mess. And
That's
then,
crazy.
hey, you want to know what else? Her cousin, the one that he called the cops on 5 times, living across the street, some middle-aged white lady with like 4 kids and a black baby daddy. That's the one that he's banging now. He goes across the street to that lady's cousin and bangs that lady who's still banging her ex baby daddy while living across the street from the baby daddy that was gonna beat him up originally.
That's crazy.
Yo, it's so much, bro. You could literally write a book on it.
Dude, people are nuts. I swear.
Yo,
People are fucking
why
nuts.
do all that when you could just fucking rent a house, get a job, go to work, come home, feed the family, go to bed.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Bro, someone said, "Hey, why don't you just get a job if you're not on
We haven't
disability?"
had the conversation. Fucking, what are your thoughts on Iran?
Fuck them.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I think, man. Hey, I'm not saying I'm for Israel.
My only gripe with it is why did we only take out 3 of their bases when they had 6? We should have taken them all out and be like, shut the fuck up. Just, you have no army. Goodbye. There would have been no fucking
Personally,
retaliation because there would have been no fucking missile retaliation to Israel because there wouldn't have been a fucking missile to fucking shoot.
yo,
We
I
just
would
blew
just
them all up.
carpet bomb the whole motherfucking country. Yo,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
they
That's
want
what I'm
us
saying.
all dead. They don't like people, bro. Hey, you see them guys? They live to die. Like they're told when they die, there's like fucking 69 virgins or 62 in heaven waiting for them. Bro, they kill themselves with bombs just to fucking go to heaven. Like, bro,
For
they
nothing.
really don't give a fuck about anybody. They're not even good for themselves. They gotta go.
And my whole thing is right when they were like, oh, we have they said we have 1,000 sleeper cells in the country. And I said, yep. And fucking Biden let them all in. Fucking, you know what I mean? I was like,
No,
you fucking
he
son of
had
a
a
bitch.
wide open door, no
Oh
matter
yeah,
who
that's
you
what I'm
were.
saying. Biden let them all in, and then he's like, Trump, you started a war. It's like, no, dude, you let terrorists in the country, and now I got to clean up your fucking mess, you fucking asshole.
Yo, they taking over California, bro. They
And then they're
raid a
like,
store.
Trump didn't get permission to drop bombs. I don't remember fucking Obama asking anybody when he was dropping bombs on everybody for fucking years, and fucking nobody was like, oh my god, he's killing people. It's just because they hate Trump. They're just like, oh, we just got to make shit up and fucking make him look as bad as we can. Because if it was any other president, we wouldn't care. You
It's
know what
like,
I
hey,
mean?
at least he's doing something. Cause
Well,
if it was Joe Biden, he'd be like, hey, here's the deal. We're gonna give you guys fucking $300 quadrillion if you mess off Iran. And yo, hey, you Israel, we're gonna give you $300 quadrillion too. Spend it
yeah,
however you want.
Dude, yeah, and fucking Ukraine, fuck, dude. Let's send billions of dollars
Yeah,
to
they
Ukraine.
would have had fucking bro. He just kept paying them and paying them and paying them.
Trump wouldn't have gave them a dime. He wouldn't have
Dude,
gave them a fucking
if
dime.
you asked for $100 billion, you should be able to say what you're gonna spend it on. You shouldn't be
He,
like, oh no, you gotta feel bad because I'm getting bombed.
dude, these liberals aren't trying to run the country. They're trying to destabilize the fucking country and turn it into a communist country. Can't trust the fucking thing they say. They don't even know what their points mean. They don't know what to say. Like, when you ask them about any reason why they don't like the guy, they're just like, oh, I just don't like him. They don't know why. You know what I mean? They're just brainwashed fucking idiots.
I used to be for democracy, but it's not really Democrats now. It's like
Okay,
leftists.
well, it's
You
not
know what I mean?
democracy because it's not
It's a
democracy
bit
because we live
different.
in a free republic. We don't live in a democracy because democracy in itself is communism. But they keep pushing democracy because they want us to believe that communism is normal. You know what I mean? They're trying to completely ruin this country, and then they're going to blame it on fucking Trump. But they're the one that let everybody in.
But
And then
everyone,
they're saying, oh, he's deporting people. Fuck, Obama deported 5 million people. Nobody complained when
yeah,
he did it. Nobody, dude,
Obama actually
5 million
split
people.
parents up from their
I think
kids
Trump
and all
sent.
that.
I think at this point Trump sent like 1.5. Okay, so he's not even close to Obama's numbers, but nobody cared because Obama was a liberal, right? Let's be honest.
Yo, Obama turned into a villain.
Dude, he's a piece of shit, dude.
I used to like him, and now he's like bro, he's not the same as like 12 years ago. Like now he's like fully like left. Like there's no
Yeah,
middle with him.
and remember when Hillary was running and fucking she was saying she was going to bomb Iran too. So I mean, it's the same
Everyone
agenda.
everyone
Everybody
wants
wants to
to do
do.
that shit, bro.
Everybody wanted to bomb Iran. The liberals are the only ones that did. I mean, Joe Biden didn't want to bomb anybody. He wanted to let everybody in. He was like, let's bring as many terrorists and criminals into this country as we can. And then we're going to tell people that we're running peaceful protests because nobody's dying out there. Nobody's getting hurt. Did you see any fires? I didn't see fires. You know what I mean? I didn't see any. I didn't see any looting. There was no crimes committed. Right? It's peaceful. It's a peaceful protest. That's what they'll try
Yeah,
to
but
tell you.
what they're doing is inviting in 20 million illegal immigrants and then saying, hey, we're going to let you vote, and that guy's going to kick you out of the country. So if you don't vote for me, they're basically buying their voters. They're not American voters.
Well,
They're people
also
that shouldn't even be here.
they want to fill the country with communists because it's easy to turn a country filled with communists into a communist country, right?
Yo, you
If
see
we
what
take
they're
away
doing
all
in
their fucking
California?
values, if we take away all their values, and we tell them, don't believe in anything, nothing's real, it's all about money and greed and fuck, don't have any morals, and that's okay, and all that shit, and then fuck, we don't care about our rights as long as we can keep being deprived, we can keep consuming,
You don't hear
fuck.
about the riots down in California anymore.
No riots in Florida, that's for sure.
Yo, because Donald Trump helped handle it. Because fucking, yo, Newsom was like, oh yeah, burn the fucking city down. It's a peaceful protest.
Yeah,
Just
isn't it
burn
funny?
everything down.
I don't know how much fucking money gets wasted in California for all the shit they got to rebuild every fucking year when they let people loot and fucking riot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Fuck. It's crazy, dude.
Yo, it's the American way.
I would
Bro,
not want to live in California.
they got cars exploding in the middle of the street and shit. Fucking no, this is
Imagine wanting to live
peaceful.
in California. Imagine wanting to live in California and not having like 20 pit bulls around your house and a fucking alligator moat. Like, I wouldn't want to live there. You know what I mean? Because if somebody just walks on your property, now they can live there as long as they want because you know what I mean? They have better rights than you, and you better move out because you're pissing them off. You better move out because you're pissing them off.
Yo, that's
And,
like
and if
what
they
that
and
guy
if they
Channel 2 is doing.
and if they come in with a gun and you shoot them, you're going to jail. You're going to jail because you defended your home.
Yo, yo, laws are laws, man.
And don't you dare call that fucking man with a dick a fucking goddamn man. You better call him a
You don't
lady.
do that, man. That's
You better
very
call him a
hateful.
lady. He's wearing
Yeah.
pumps. You better call him a lady.
Yo, it's
Fucking
me. Yo, it's me, Belinda. It's like, bro, I am not falling for this shit.
But it's like we never had a problem with it until they made it a problem. Like, all right, you grew up when I did, like 80s, 90s, right?
Yeah, no
There
one
were some
even talked about
there were
it.
some racist people. There were racist terms used, but it's way more racist today than it ever was then.
Yeah.
Everybody hates each other now. They push that agenda so fucking hard. You walk down the street and you can actually feel the hatred. You know what I mean?
It's because motherfuckers watch MSNBC and shit, and they believe all of it.
The thing is, and you know, and they're like, oh, white people are racist, but it's they're like, and black people can't be racist, but they definitely are. They definitely fucking are. And I call them out for their shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And,
I've never really I mean, in all my days,
but
Mexican people or Spanish people in general, they usually not racist, but when it comes to white people, we have to be extra careful because everything is racist.
no. But like, just pointing
But
out the
when it
fact that
comes
like,
to other races, they just say anything they want, and it's not racist. You be like, yo, you fat, stupid, pink dick motherfucker. You know what I mean? Oh, that's not racist. You know, that can't be racist. I mean, you're white, bro. You can't fucking be racist against a white guy. Nonsense. I don't even get involved with people that
have that mindset.
Yeah, because those are pieces of shit trying to push racism on everyone anyway.
Yeah, just reverse racism. Now let's just turn it around.
Like, bro, hey, like, oh, I'm a victim. He said fucking, you know what I mean? Like, the victim mentality.
His grandfather might have been a slave owner. You know what I mean? His great grandfather. You know what I mean? It's like,
I never put my stamp of approval.
But you know what they never talk about? You know what they never talk about? There would have been no black slaves owned by white people if black people didn't sell them to them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. It's fucked up. But we didn't just go capture people. We bought them. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, you can hate it if you want to, but that's the truth. You know, there were also Arab slaves. There were Irish slaves. There were tons of white slaves too. You know what I mean? But you know, we'll just call ourselves victims and fucking use that as our whole. We'll just use that as our whole platform. We'll just use that as our whole platform to spread more racism. You know what I mean? Sounds good to me.
Hey, the illegal immigrants right now that are getting paid under the wage that they should be in today's society, bro, that's slavery itself. They gotta work 3 jobs just to make a paycheck of someone who's working at McDonald's at 19 years old.
No, I mean, fuck, dude. It's crazy. I mean, the
wage is still 3 jobs for no reason. It's because they make half the wage of an American with the same bills. You know what I mean? I think that's modern day slavery. Like, people want to keep Mexicans in the country and illegal immigrants because they're good workers and they pay them half the wages, but everything's still as expensive as it is for everybody else. So paying them less than, you know, they're supposed to be paid, especially less than minimum wage, is kind of, you know, abusing them. That's inhumane. So anyone supporting, like, paying someone half the price they would an American, that's kind of a part of the problem. Avoiding paying taxes, making this guy work 3 times the hours just so he can afford the same thing as some dude that works at a fast food restaurant. Modern day slavery. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yo, I'm putting this shit back on till you're back. Blah, 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 blah.
You're just sitting right there and taking it. They're invading our privacy, getting pervasive. The human race, they're trying to erase it. We gotta stop the lizard people from invading.
I was born into war. My father fought in Vietnam. I can teach you how to make a propane pipe bomb. It's the WD Dawn. I run the medium rare mob. I got everyone to fear, the whole town in my palm. I can teach you how. Oh man, goddamn. Medium rare mixtapes. We got big buckshot boom in this motherfucker. You want to show me break it down?
No, Sam, man. Let me break it down.
break them boys off if they acting like a clown. Break dance on your grave where your family is around. Break it down, hit the brakes, man, don't slow down. Chow, know what I'm saying, man, you ain't gonna get my drill. Just a pen, thing, take a whip and go slow like reggae. And you gotta go down. Mayday, minus thing or payday. No gun, I prefer melee. You don't get the memo, ain't no cash, no Venmo. Ain't go yo, so I codeine costs money in the loop. Let me give you the scoop. When you ain't pay your dues, they boom, hit the muse. You know what I'm saying, man? Let me break it down. Break them boys off if they acting like a clown. Break dance on your grave where your family is around. Break it down, hit the brakes, man, don't slow down.
Bust a break dance at your funeral on your headstone doing head spins. I break it down harder than your neck when it splits. Pull out entities, I'll be changing my name like the Redskin. Name every day, I'll be shedding my snake skin. I'm slithery as Swabby fella, you don't want to try me. A fella just for eating well done last Friday. Let me put it in a way that'll ingrain it in your psyche. If you do anything I don't like in front of me, then your chance of living is very, very unlikely.
You know what I'm saying, man? Let me break it down. Break them boys off if they acting like a clown.
Sorry, bro.
Dance on your grave where your family is around.
What's up, man?
What up? Sorry, yeah. She was cutting our son's hair because he his hair has just been long and he's hot in the summertime. So she
Yep.
shaved his head because I have some clippers, right? But like his hair, just because of like whatever his colic is, however his hair grows, like in the front, it comes down like this, like almost like a vampire, right? So instead of just like chopping it off, I like faded it up so it doesn't like hang down, but it's not gonna fucking heal back, like start growing back, and he'll have like a stubble patch on his forehead because that will look worse. You know what I mean? So I had to clean it
Yeah.
up for him real quick. Yeah,
Everyone got different hairlines.
yeah. Mine fucking like curls on the side and the back or something, but you know what I mean? Everybody's got their own hairline.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool to still have hair at my age, bro. We're getting old. Still being able,
Yeah.
hey, a lot
I'm
of
almost
men.
40. My dad was bald at 18. But I'm almost 40 and I have all my hair.
That's
You know
what
what
I
I mean?
mean, man. There's some
I mean, I
guys
have
out
a
there
big
that been
forehead, but
bald.
that's at least I'm not bald. You know what I mean? Nobody's
Some
perfect.
people
You know what I
been
mean?
bald since they were like fucking 12, bro. They hit puberty
Yeah.
and their hair's falling out. That guy Dino said that one time. A long time. Wait, did he said when he was in high school he started going bald?
Yeah. Well, see, my grandfather died with black hair. He didn't have to dye it. He had a little bit of salt and pepper, but it wasn't like. And then my dad was bald at 18, so I think I have more of my grandfather's genes. So, but who knows? Who fucking knows?
Yo, I'd be cool with I don't mind a gray white hair.
My hair just gets like it's brown, but it gets like more blonde in the summer. It gets like bleached by the sun, so it starts to turn more
Yeah.
golden. So it gets lighter in the summer for sure. And I think that's always because I'm out in the sun all the time. Like it gets bleached a little bit by the sun, but that's all right. It's darker in the
Don't
winter.
lie, bro. Yo, you bleach your hair. Don't lie.
Yeah, I'm the new Slim Shady. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Except I can't rap. Not to save
Get
my
on
life.
that. Get on that.
Yeah, you only got one chance, right?
Yep, exactly.
One opportunity.
Yo, I heard that the Mom Spaghetti restaurant up in Detroit sucks ass. I watched a lot of people review it, and they said it's fucking literally like mom's leftover spaghetti.
It's fucking terrible.
That's insane, bro. Like opening up a restaurant, naming it after some mediocre ass food, and actually selling
And then
that
selling
mediocre
the
ass food.
address.
That's
Yeah.
and everyone like that's the expectation, and people still go there. That people like Eminem.
That's crazy. You know what? Fuck, man. I mean, I could I can cook. So, I mean, I could make good food and sell it, but you know what? I'd have to have a lot of food to waste. You know what I mean? Fuck. Yeah. You got to know how to order all that shit too. So that's part of like, as you move up in the restaurant, like you got to learn how to like do inventory and everything and learn what you need for the whole week and everything. Or
Yep.
2 weeks or whatever it's going to take to get the fucking orders so you don't fuck up the store. And our manager right now is not perfect at it. He's not terrible. Like we have most of the shit we need, but he's not perfect. Like occasionally we run out of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think any manager
Usually,
like ordering shit is perfect. Like shit always runs out when you have a store, right?
I
I mean,
do everything, bro. I do inventory. I do fucking.
well, I
I do
used
the
to do
orders.
more. I
I do
used to do more.
line.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I just don't do the orders. You know what I mean? I mean, we do some inventory here, but it's very basic. My last job, you had to do like every item, but here it's just like 4 things, the major things that go through, like ice cream, chicken, fucking beef, fucking what else is it? And then like it's like chicken patties, veggie burgers, or something like that, and milk. You know, it's like stupid basic shit. It's like so you can always make a shake. Well, we had our inspection right the other day, and I did good, you know, because I have great customer service. So thank God I was working in the front, because if it was somebody else, we might have failed. Because we got a medium pass, so that's like almost a fail, right? But we passed. But he said that I great customer service. You know, great help with figuring out what he was going to eat, and you know, the front of the store was clean and everything was done because I was cleaning the whole day because I knew he was coming. And fuck. And then I went over and did like the personal touch, like, you know, how was your food, you know? And that's when he was like, hi, my name is, you know. So, you know, but you know that because you're supposed to do that, but you know, nobody really does it. But you know, like I was smart enough to know when the guy walked in with the briefcase, you know what I mean? He's not coming here to fucking order food. He's coming here to fucking, and he ordered 2 burgers and 2 sets of different fries. It's like, there's no way he's eating all that shit. You know what I mean? When it's just him and he's dining, he's testing the food. So, you know, we passed on the food and everything, and then he went in the back. But my boss kept calling, dude, and I was like, stop fucking calling me, dude. Like yes, he's here. Get over it. We're either gonna pass or fail, but you'll figure it out at the end. You don't need to know right now. You know what I mean? Like, stop fucking calling me, because he's gonna be like, why the fuck is this dude's phone ringing? And why is he answering his phone at work? You know what I mean? So I was getting pissed off because he would not. He called me like 3 times, dude. It's fucking annoying as fuck. And it's like a 3-hour inspection. You know what I mean? So like they sit there and watch you deal with all the customers the whole night for like 3 hours. Yeah, and they just watch you. And it was
It's
busy.
always fun.
And it was super busy, so that was helpful. So I could go over to all of the tables, make sure everybody was good. And because you know, if it's dead, it's harder because then he's just staring at you the whole time. You know what I mean? Fucking. So thank God it was busy. So it was pretty good. It went well.
To be
But they
honest,
said,
man, I don't really like my job. I'm kind of grumpy, so people don't really like ask me. Like, I mean, if it ain't work related, people don't bother me. I mean, you know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
no,
Like,
no,
I
no.
mean, sometimes
Well,
we do when we're not cooking.
I like free money. So if I'm nice to you and you give me a tip, that makes my day better. So I'm gonna be as friendly as I can to you, because maybe you'll slide me a 5 instead of a 1. You know what I mean? My biggest tip was $75, which I thought was ridiculous. You know what I mean? But fucking, you know, somebody just wanted to throw money away. But whatever. But fucking no, I get more tips than everyone else, and everybody gets mad at me. And I'm like, no, because I just have the best customer service. I treat every customer like I would want to be treated, because when I go in a store and somebody's rude to me, I'm not going back. Like if I go into a little bodega and everybody's got a shit attitude, they're fucking rude to me, I'm fucking walking out. I'm not fucking going back. Fuck those people, dude. I'm not giving them a dime of my money. I'll go to the guy that's fucking happy to see me every time I go in the place and fucking, you know what I mean? Even if I got to pay a little bit more, I don't want to spend my money with the dickhead. You know what I mean? So I literally stopped going to places, even if they were great to me for years. And then fucking, like, there was this store that I was going to for years, and I'd always spend all my money there. And then the dude let his wife work with her friend one day, and they were making fun of me and talking shit in their other language, and I could tell. And I just looked at them and I said, I'm never coming back here, and I haven't been back. I fucking walked out without buying anything. Because, dude, you're not going to sit there and fucking insult me, like, you know, and then expect me to spend money with you. Fuck you. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So, yeah, I actually care about that shit. Some people don't, you know what I mean? Some people are just worried about the food. But, you know, the same guy that's going to be rude to you is the same guy that's going to spit in your coffee. You know what I mean? That's all I'm
You
saying.
never know. You never know what that fuzzy shit is at the top of the.
Or maybe they're so friendly because they're fucking you up, right? They're like, haha, I got you.
Usually, the Indian folks are the nicest motherfuckers.
No, but like my boss would hate me if they saw me at the register, like actually working. I knew he was the guy, so I didn't do it for him. because I offer deals all the time. Like my boss would hate that if he actually knew I was giving people deals all the time, because nobody else does that. But you know what that does? They get you more tips too, because if you're saving them money, they want to give you money. You know what I mean? Because they figure they would have spent it anyways. You know what I mean? So they're like, here,
Yeah.
If you're giving like, I'm saying like 1 in 10 people, if you can give them 15% off, just the ones that you think are going to actually fucking pay off. You know what I mean? You got to be strategic about this shit. If they're paying with a card, it's a risk. If they're paying with the fucking cash, they're more likely to give you a cash tip. So that's when you slam them with the 15% off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then they want to drop something in your cup because it's right there. And you don't want to start with an empty cup. Even if you got to put the first dollar in yourself, always put $1 in. Because people don't put money unless they see money. You know what I mean? It's literally mental. You know what I mean? If they don't see $1 in there, so nobody else gave you $1, so why the fuck should I? You know what I mean? That's literally the attitude of people. It's fucking crazy, but it's true.
Yo, go in and put $1 in yourself. So
Yeah.
when people see it, they feel obligated.
They feel obligated to put $1 too. Exactly. That's what,
Yo,
dude, I'm not dumb.
like Dunkin' Donuts around here, they don't even like take tips anymore. That like they don't even have jars out most of the time.
You know what? I give tips though. Not all the time, but I do give tips with my own
But they
money.
don't even like have the jar.
No, but
Not all of them, but some of them don't have a jar.
If somebody gives me like extremely good service and I got the money, I'll just slip them a $5 or whatever. You know what I mean? Be like, this is for you. Like, fuck the cup. Like, this is for you directly. Because I know how tips work.
Hey, like
If you put it in the cup, they got to split it with everybody. You know what I mean? That's why you give it to them directly. You don't know this is for you. You know what I mean?
I just throw that shit in a cup. They did not split it. They just fight over it later.
They can fight over it later. He
Yep.
said, I'm feeding the shacks. He said, I'm feeding the shacks.
Yo, hey, I knew someone that worked at Dunce back in the day, like 15 years ago or something, bro, but she would walk out with like wads of fucking money. At the end of the day, bro, the tips, so like, I mean, she'd come home with like $150 in tips sometimes. I'm like, God damn.
I mean, certain people are going to get more tips. Let's just put it that way.
I'm just like,
You know what
yo,
I mean? Guys definitely don't get the most tips. Guys don't get the most tips. So you have to go above and beyond if you're a guy to get tips, because most guys won't get tips. But if you're a girl, you would more likely get tips just because you're a girl.
Why am I cooking if fucking the cash register's making fucking all these tips, bro?
You know what's the best part? When you're the manager working the cash register and getting tips, that's the best part.
Yeah,
and then you got the cook on the grill for $15. Fucking hey. That's heartless, right? Fucking heartless. But it's true.
I could never afford to work for that. Yo,
No,
hey,
I don't work for that. I don't work for that, but no, that's minimum wage. That's minimum wage. Like, but some people have to work for that, dude. A lot of these people,
a lot of the
they hire a
jobs
lot
you go
of.
to interview at, they try to lowball the shit out of you. They're like, oh, we can only afford this, and I'm like, well, if you
Dude,
can't
they
afford
lied
it,
to me. They
then
lied to me.
I
They
go.
lied to me on my fucking when I got hired. I was supposed to be getting 50 cents more, and I found out later, and I confronted them about it, and they said, "Well, you signed the fucking paper, right?" I go, "Okay, all right, so we're gonna play this." So I said, "Don't call me on my days off. I haven't worked my days off since." They don't call me anymore, But it was a whole fight. We went through a fight phase because of this, right? So the boss stopped calling me to talk shit about other people. So I knew I was in the doghouse, right? So now he's plotting on me, right? So I had to get back in.
Yo, he's calling the other guy right beside you.
Yeah, now he's calling the other guy talking about me now, right?
Yeah,
so now I gotta get back in the good graces, right? Because it was like me and Dylan were like the ones that he would tell all the shit to, right? So now he's calling me again, talking shit about other people. So I'm like, I'm good again. You know what I mean?
Funny as hell, man. That's
Yeah, but if you're not the guy, if you're not the guy getting called about other people, you're getting called about.
The guy getting called about.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're like this fucking guy.
That's why I don't take anyone in the restaurant industry serious until we smoke the blunt and I figure someone out, at least a little bit. I don't really get down with people like that.
I can read people really well, but the thing is, this fucking person, right? They just started over there. They've already stolen money 5 times. And the boss is like, if they do it one more time, they're fired. Dude, they've stolen $40 5 times. They only work 2 days a week. Do the math, bro. They've stolen, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? They've stolen probably half as much money as they made out of the register, and they're still
I don't
fucking
worry
employed.
about shit. That ain't my problem. That ain't
No,
my problem.
but then the other day, right, when we went to confront her about it before the boss got there, but the other kid's an idiot because he told her that the boss was coming because he's an idiot. So you know, of course she's gonna run off. So all of a sudden, her mother, you know, was in the hospital and she had to go. But then when we checked the drawer, $40 was gone. I was like, fuck. You know, I was like, that's crazy. I was like, that's crazy. That whole little attitude was just like, even enough time to like steal $40. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Hey, some people need that $40, man.
You know what it's about, though. They need something.
Times are hard. They would never spend it on drugs.
Yeah, that's
Times
crazy.
are hard.
It's gotta be food. It's gotta be food.
Yeah, dude, of course they're hungry.
Dude,
Bro, you know they went and bought a
cheap meats
nutritional
too, right?
fucking diet.
They're getting a pack of hot dogs, a $5 fucking pound of hamburger, some bread, some cheese. You know,
Nah, man, they went the healthy route.
they're
They
eating
got
for a week, and then
bananas,
they're gonna get some apples.
oranges.
Yeah, you know it, dude. They're gonna eat for a
They
week
got
off
some
that shit.
whole wheat lettuce, so they can make salads throughout the week.
No, they're gonna fucking go to Dollar General, spend fucking $1 on a honey bun, and spend the rest on drugs.
Bro, I went to the dollar store, right? And it's been a while since I've been to a dollar store, and I was like, damn, these prices fucking skyrocketed. They need to close. What's the point of having a dollar store? Everything's fucking like $6, $10, $15, all of them. There ain't like a dollar store left with anything $1.
Well, no, there's one near me that everything's $1.50 though. So it's a dollar store, but everything's $1.50, so it's still not
Yeah, that's
$1.
what I mean. Like even a dollar store, nothing's $1. Like none of it.
None of it.
They just
But
close down. We'll go to
it's still the
Walmart.
only place. It's still the only place you can get a 1 liter soda for $1.50 though. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get that anywhere else. Fucking, you're gonna pay $3.75 for that bitch. You know, or you go over there and like some of the snack foods. If like because I'm going back and forth. You know, so fucking if I'm sometimes I get some ridiculous shit. You know, like if I'm hungry, I just need some food. I'll buy like those crackers with the fucking meat, or I'll buy like some
Fuck
fucking
that out. Uber Eats
some
that
Pop
shit.
Tarts or something. But it's like $1.50, where it's cheaper than anything else. Or I'll buy like the candies. The one thing I fucked up yesterday, right? I woke up, I was hungry. Don't ever wake up and eat gummies instead of food. The stomachache I got was so fucking outrageous, dude. I felt crippled, dude.
Yo, hey, a long time ago, I ate a whole bag of gummies and it felt like a bag of rocks in my fucking stomach.
Dude,
Never did that again.
Dude, I because I'm a lush, because especially because I have my Graves' disease, and I don't gain any weight when I eat shit now. So there's no consequences for my actions. You know what I'm saying? So I'll eat like a half a box of ice cream treats, or like, you know what I mean? Fucking, and then fucking, be like, oh, I'm gonna eat a whole bag of candy now, and then like, maybe, and then I'll go to work and I'll go eat 2 burgers before I even get home, and then I'll come and eat a triple burger when I get home. And then I'll wake up, and dude, I wake up starving because I ate so much shit the day before.
Yeah,
that my stomach's fucking
that
like,
happens to me too.
your stomach's like, I need more. You know what I mean? So then you wake up like, and you're fucking like hurting. You're like, and then you gotta figure out what you're gonna eat in the morning, and then you start your day, and then you're just eating all day. It's so bad. I eat all day consistently. If I don't have a constant drink or something to eat all day, I'm fucking suffering. I consume constantly. That's the one thing bad.
I drink all day, especially in the summertime. Like I have water all day.
So what I did, right?
Electrolytes.
So I knew the auditor was coming, but like I was working in the front, but they tell you can't have a drink. So what I did is I grabbed a bottle, because I was like, dude, like if I have a bottle, I can't spill. It's not really like having a cup out there looking dirty. You know what I mean? So like I did that, and he didn't say anything. So fucking the one thing he said something about was like, I literally didn't use, because like they have actual shake cups for like dine-in, right? And instead of the paper cup. And I did the presentation, but I did it in the paper cup instead of doing it in the dining cup, which is the glass cup. But these motherfuckers do dishes like shit, and I'm embarrassed of our dishes, so I don't want to give that shit to people. So I give them clean cups, you know what I mean? It's bad, bro. It's bad, bro. I'm like, or like sometimes I'll like, so like I couldn't find the forks and knives, so I literally washed this guy a set of forks and knives and gave it to him because I was like, I'm not giving him the ones that are all fucking water spotted, and they'll be like, what the fuck is this shit, dude? Like I'll be like, are you fucking joking? Like I had to make him feel like he was fucking important. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna fucking be like, oh yeah, fuck this guy, because if I did that, we would have failed. You know what I mean? If I was in a bad mood that day and that guy came in, fail. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna getting out of here. I gotta fucking eat.
All right, man.
All
Later.
right, bro. Yo, hey, nice talking to you. Yo, Pilgrim,
Nice
nice seeing
talking.
you. Tell the wife, happy pregnancy. You know what I mean?
I will.
Is
I
she?
will.
Is she? She's near, right?
Yeah, she's 33 weeks, so we're getting close.
No shit on. Hey, congrats, bro.
All right, thank you, man.
Hey, yo, yes, sir. Hey, yo, I'll talk to
Yeah.
you soon, man.
Talk to you soon. Later. Bye.
Have a great night, bro. Peace out.